Hi everybody, thank you for watching. So today's video is going to be all about my least favorite products from some of my favorite brands. I got this idea from my friend Olivia from LivLovesHerMakeup. I will link her video down below. I saw her do this video and I was like, genius, I love it. I'm gonna do this one, Liv. And she was like, yes, can't wait. So that is what I'm gonna be doing today. I've picked out some of my favorite brands. I think I have 10 different brands here, 10 different items to show you. I'm gonna be chatting about my least favorite products from that brand. Of course, since they're my favorites, I love these brands, but it doesn't matter if one of your brands is your absolute favorite. Typically, they're gonna have a product in there that doesn't vibe with you for whatever reason it may be. It's just how it goes. I hope that you guys enjoy this video, and why don't we go ahead and get started. So first up, I'm gonna start with Pure Cosmetics. If you've been following my channel for a while, you know how much I love Pure. I'm wearing the Pure eyelashes right now. I have a lot of Pure in my collection. I've been buying Pure Cosmetics for a very long time, but they do have a product that just really didn't work out for me. This is their Bare It All 12-Hour 4-in-1 Skin Perfecting Foundation. Pure did send this over to me, which was super amazing. I was so excited to get it. I love trying out new foundations and seeing what works best for me, and unfortunately this one just did not work. First time I went to use it, I was like, oh, that is a thick foundation. And I remember I was actually trying it out for the first time filming an Instagram makeup tutorial to squeeze out the foundation because it's in like the squeezy tube, and just like a thick glob comes out, and I tried to pull the bottle away and the foundation stuck to the sponge and then continued to stick with the bottle. I was like, uh-oh. I noticed that right off the bat. I was like, okay, really thick foundation, but that's fine. I can work with it, use a beauty blender. Sometimes that's better, whatever. I did not like the way it looked on my skin at all. I believe this is a demi matte finish, but it just did not do flattering things for my face at all. It looked like I was wearing foundation. It looked very heavy. I didn't think that this was supposed to be a full coverage foundation, but it definitely feels and looks full coverage, and I am not a huge full coverage foundation type of girl. So when I was able to really notice that I was wearing foundation and I felt like every part of my face was suffocating when I wore it, I was like, ooh, this is no good for me. I tried a couple different times, but eventually I just had to say, we do not belong together. The Pure Bare It All foundation, we're just not a match. So another foundation that just did not work for me, this is from one of my favorite brands, which is Tarte Cosmetics. I love Tarte. I also have been buying from Tarte for a very long time. I actually, as I'm filming this video, have the Tarte website pulled up and I'll put things in my shopping cart. So I do love Tarte. I recommend them all the time. I was super excited when they were coming out with their Amazonian Clay Stick Foundation. I was like, yes, I can't wait. I bought it right away from the Tarte website. I was super stoked for it. And then I was really, really disappointed. I did do a full video trying this out and reviewing it, and I was just like, guys, this is just not working out for me. I believe I did put it in my Makeup I've Changed My Mind About video, because I said I changed my mind for the better. I started to get a better handle on how to use it and like what primers to use with it and different things like that, but I can't just like reach for this foundation. I have to be careful what primer I'm using. I have to like mix it in with a like cream bronzer. That's mostly for a shade match, but honestly for the finish as well. I didn't like the finish. I thought it made my face look super flat, and just with how almost kind of like high maintenance this foundation stick is, it's just not one that I reach for. Like, I can't remember the last time I reached for this stick foundation. It just did not work for me. I know a lot of people were like really hyping this up, and I was like, nope, that wasn't for me. So unfortunately, the Tarte Clay Stick Foundation, this has got to be my least favorite product from the brand. Another one of my favorite brands that I talk about a lot and recommend quite a bit is Sigma Beauty. They did send me some of their loose shimmers a while back, and I was excited for them because I was like, okay, something different. I can try these out. Maybe it'll be fun. And they just really didn't do anything for me. I had a lot of trouble even just kind of getting them out because it was more of like the sifter inside, and sometimes I felt like I was having to like be there forever. I mean, that's just the packaging in general. I have that problem with pretty much any product that comes in a sifter like that. But then I felt like unless you had like a super saturated wet brush, I was just kind of making a mess all over my face. We just didn't really vibe. We didn't get along too much. Honestly, it's probably more of just this product in general. It's why you don't see me like working with a lot of loose pigments or glitters or shimmers like this. We just don't necessarily vibe. But I was going through my collection and trying to find the one thing from Sigma that I was like, that really did not work for me, because I love Sigma so much, and I know I recommend them a lot, but I was like, there's got to be something that didn't work out for me. And it was definitely their loose shimmers and loose glitters. They were not for me, so these would be my least favorite from Sigma Beauty. Next up, I want to talk about my least favorite product from Morphe, and I'm going to be giving you guys a little sneak peek into my makeup monthly for the month of August that I'm going to be filming in the next couple of days here. This one is going in my fail category. It is the concealers from Morphe brushes. Oh man, I tried really hard. Morphe did send me a really nice package with the collaboration that they did with Brittany Bear. So they sent me a set of 3 different brushes, and they also were really nice. They sent along some concealers and a like a powder contour set. And I was excited to try out these concealers because I hadn't tried them yet, and I love concealers. Concealer is something that I wear on a daily basis. Like no matter what, I have to have my concealer on. And then I got a little bit nervous because I was like, I know a lot of people have said that they really hate / dislike these concealers, but I was like, nope, go into it open-minded, you know, just, you can do it. I put it in a first impressions video, and I was like, okay, not the best, but not the worst. I'm gonna keep trying. Like, I really wanted really hard to like these concealers, and no, I don't like these concealers. I love the brushes from Morphe. I love the eyeshadow palettes. I've been trying a blush palette. I have a blush palette on today that I think is really beautiful. But man, these concealers are not my friend. They dry so incredibly fast on the eyes, and I realized that right away, and I was like, no big deal. I can just put concealer under this eye and then buff it out and it'll be fine. Then go to the other eye instead of how I've normally just put concealer all over my face and then go to town blending. I was like, no problem. But it's like, even when you blend it out immediately, it's still really cakey. It emphasized like every single crease in my eye. I'm 30 years old, so I mean, I got some creases on my under eyes. It emphasized all of them. It looked so bad no matter how I tried. Brushes, beauty blenders, setting powders. I mean, I gave this one my all, and we just did not work out together. So the Morphe concealer was a no-go. Next up, I want to talk about Anastasia Beverly Hills. I think I can confidently say my least favorite product from Anastasia Beverly Hills is not the Subculture. Were you guys expecting that? No. It is her liquid lipsticks. I cannot vibe with these. I think it was in my last lipstick declutter. I actually decluttered 2 of them. I own 3. I decluttered 2. I kept one around basically because I'm a freaking YouTuber and I can put it in videos like this, or I can do comparisons. But I got rid of the other 2 because I was like, I do not wear these because I do not like these at all. I think Anastasia, correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, but I feel like I've heard people say Anastasia was kind of one of the first ones to do the liquid lipsticks, and that's why you always heard people referring to the Anastasia liquid lipsticks, wearing them, etc. I can remember going on a trip to Kansas City and dragging my husband and our 2 friends to like 2 different malls because I was like, I need to find these liquid lipsticks. I like was not able to find them anywhere. They were sold out online. I was going up to the different counters in the malls. I was like, please, do you just have the Anastasia Beverly Hills liquid lipsticks? Like, I need these. Everybody is talking about them. And then I finally got them and I'm like, what? Why would you guys play me like that? That was really rude. They are an incredibly moussey formula, which I have come to find is just not something that works out for me. They're very thick on the lips. They emphasize every single line in your lips. They're very cracky. They peel off very fast. There are so many other better, amazing, and even more affordable liquid lipsticks out there that no. The Anastasia liquid lipsticks, no go for me. Brand I'm going to talk about is Becca Cosmetics. I like a lot of items from Becca Cosmetics, specifically the highlighters I think are fantastic. I was really excited to buy this primer and it was very expensive and I am real upset that it did not work for me. This is the Backlight priming filter. I mean, this is like probably the fanciest primer that I had ever bought at this time, and I remember I kept thinking about it and I kept thinking about it and I was watching the reviews and everybody said they loved it and I was like, okay, fine, I'm gonna buy it. And I did and I'm like, wow, that sucks. This did not vibe well with me at all. I have pretty normal skin. Like, I'm not super oily and I'm not super dry, but when I put this on, I just look so oily. I look greasy. I look shiny. Like, it's not a primer that gives you kind of a healthy glow. Pure has a primer similar to this one. I think it's called their No Filter primer. It reminds me of this one, but better, but a lot better. It doesn't make me like shiny, oily, messy. This just did not work for me. I tried it with so many different foundations thinking, okay, maybe I'm just, you know, maybe that foundation is too glowy. Don't pair it with a glowy primer. No, with my mattifying foundations, I still just looked like a hot mess. So I'm super bummed about this one because this was a pretty pricey penny. I tried so many times to get this to work for me. Backlight Priming Filter from Becca was a no-go. And then I'm gonna wrap it up with some drugstore or affordable brands. One I have here is from Pixi Beauty. I enjoy Pixi Beauty so much. You're gonna see Pixi mentioned in my favorite section in my upcoming makeup monthly. I enjoy a lot that I tried from Pixi Beauty, but this lip palette in collaboration with ItsJudyTime was no good. I was excited because they sent this to me because I would never purchase a lip palette myself. I'm not a working makeup artist. I don't need a lip palette. It's just not a very practical purchase for me. I much prefer just a regular single lipstick that I can put in my bag versus having to bring a lip palette. But I was like, okay, cool. Like, you know, that's really awesome. I got it sent to me. I don't have to buy something like this. I can still be able to try it out, see what I think of a lip palette. I mean, no. I mean, I still, you know, stand firm to the fact that a lip palette just wouldn't be a practical purchase for me, but these are not pigmented at all. And I remember I did an unboxing of the full Pixi Pretties collaboration that they did with some other beauty influencers, and you could see my reaction on camera. I was like, nothing is happening. Like, when you try to swatch these, nothing's really doing until some of these darker colors, those show up a lot better, but I don't wear those a lot, and these lighter shades up here, nothing was really doing. They did not look good on the lips. This did not work out for me at all. Next up, I actually did mention these in a recent makeup monthly in the fail section. It is from e.l.f. Cosmetics. I like so much from e.l.f. I buy a lot from e.l.f. I think they're an awesome, affordable brand, but they're always doing big things. But unfortunately, their lashes that they recently came out with just do not work for me. I am a bit of a lash snob because I love false lashes so much. I totally understand that I'm very particular when it comes to my lashes, but these I could not get a handle on at all. These are what they look like. You can tell I tried to make them work, and I just could not do it. I don't know what it is about the band. The band is super thin, and a lot of times you like thin bands because thick bands can be super incredibly hard to work with. They can look very obvious, so thin bands are usually better, but it's almost like these are too thin that they just looked wrong. They just looked wrong on my eyes. So unfortunately, the e.l.f. lashes, we were not compatible, which is a big bummer. Wet n Wild, I think, is an awesome drugstore brand. They are so affordable. They're always coming out with a lot of new items. I like a lot of stuff from Wet n Wild. I have a few holy grails from Wet n Wild that I like cannot live without. I got super pumped when I saw this release, and if you've been watching my channel for a while, you're probably gonna know what I'm talking about. I was super hyped for it. People were hyping it up. Everybody's putting out YouTube videos saying like this is the best liquid lipstick ever and it's only $4, and I'm like, yes, can't wait. No, the Wet n Wild Liquid Catsuit Matte Liquid Lipsticks, I despised these, and I was so upset because everybody talks about these, everybody loves them, everybody raves about them. They were in so many favorites videos, and I'm like, what are you guys doing that I'm not doing? Did Iowa get a bad batch? Just the state of Iowa in general? We just got a bad one? What happened here? I remember going out and buying like 2 liquid lipsticks maybe, and I tried them both, and I was like, oh, okay, that didn't work out very well. They again would show all the lines. They cracked right away. I mean, that like the ugly like butthole lips that you can get with liquid lipstick immediately started showing with these. I remember going to my husband's hometown, which is like an hour and a half away from here, and I was like, I'm gonna give them another chance. Like I legitimately had that thought. Like that store, those 2 stores, I tried 2 different stores. I bought from 2 different stores in my town. I was like, must just be us. So we go to Mitch's hometown, and I'm like, hold on real quick. I'm just gonna run into Walgreens, and I'm just gonna buy some more lipsticks, and I'm gonna try them out. No, I hated all of them. I think I bought like 5 different shades. None of them worked for me. Not any of them. But people still enjoy these, but for me, they did not work out at all. I was super bummed about that because I would love to fall in love with a $4 liquid lipstick, but unfortunately the liquid catsuits we were not friends. The final item that I want to talk about and the final brand that I'm going to talk about is Colourpop. I have a lot of Colourpop. I've been buying from Colourpop for a very long time. Sometimes we're kind of hit or miss just because sometimes they put out so much it can get very overwhelming to me, but I did mention them and the majority of these brands as well that I just mentioned in the brands that I'm very loyal to video that I recently posted. The Ultra Matte Liquid Lipsticks from Colourpop, I'm gonna have to say that these are my least favorite from the brand. And if you would have talked to me last year, if you would have talked to me 2 years ago, I would have said, these are the best liquid lipsticks, you have to have them. I mean, if you go back and watch my videos, I'm recommending them, I'm wearing them so much. But I recently put the Ultra Mattes in the makeup I've changed my mind about because they do some weird, funky things. Like, I feel like they have a very short shelf life. They start to break up very strange. They change colors in the tubes. I pulled out a lipstick maybe like 2 or 3 weeks ago. It was one of my absolute favorite colors from Colourpop. Loved it so much. I put it on my lips and I was like, what is this? This is completely different. They just do very strange things. And when I mentioned that in the makeup I've changed my mind about, a lot of other people wrote in and said that they noticed the same thing. And I was like, I've never heard anybody say anything to that effect of the Colourpop Ultra Matte Lips. So I'm like, I'm glad some of you, not that I'm glad that you were having a bad experience, but I'm glad I wasn't the only one having a bad experience, because I was like, what is going on here? I totally understand that these are only $6 and that is a crazy affordable price. If you are someone who, you know, you have like your 5 lipsticks that you always go to and you go through lipsticks a lot, then totally, I honestly would recommend these because of the price. They are so super affordable. But if you are someone like me who you have a larger lipstick collection, or you like to try a lot of different lipsticks, or you're always using a lipstick and it's really hard for you to go through an entire lipstick, it's honestly not even worth the $6 because there are other affordable options out there that are good. Or if you invest in a high quality lipstick, you can have it for a long time without it going bad, without it changing color, etc, etc. So unfortunately, I'm gonna have to say that the Ultra Matte lipsticks from Colourpop are my least favorite from the brand. Okay, so that is going to be everything for my least favorite products from some of my favorite brands. I really hope that you guys enjoyed this video or found it fun to watch. So love all of these brands that I mentioned. I will continually be purchasing from them and recommending them, but I thought it was a lot of fun to go through and pick out kind of my least favorite ones. I think Liv said that she's also going to do her favorite products from her least favorite brands. So if you guys would like to see that video from me as well, let me know in the comments down below and I would be happy to do that. If you have any other video suggestions for me, please do leave them in the description box down below. And if you did enjoy this one, I hope that you will give it a thumbs up. I hope that you will also consider subscribing before you go, and I'll catch you guys real soon in my next one. Bye.